Wow, that's huge, Wade exclaimed, almost in slow motion. With heightened curiosity, he started running toward it. Wait up, Mira shouted, careful to do so in a lowered voice as she had no idea who or what might be inside. Don't go in there without me. However, old and dilapidated with broken windows showcased along the whole front view, the house was breathtaking. Wade climbed the colonial-style porch, stopping just a foot away from the front door. The only thing is, there was no door, just a 10-foot opening where there, most likely, used to be double doors. Wade looked inside. Grimy white tiles covered the entire front area as far as he could see. Mira climbed the porch moments later. Do you see anything? She asked softly, feeling a bit of apprehension gradually returning. No, Wade whispered. Is anyone in here? He called out, hoping not to receive an answer. They stood quietly, both decidedly ready to take off in an instant if they heard even a crack. They waited for a few seconds. Nothing. Then Wade said, and not so much of a whisper anymore, Let's go in. Mira grasped his arm. He was just 11 months older than she was, but in a case like that where they were entering the unknown, he could have very well been 10 years older and 50 pounds heavier, as she knew, come hell or high water, he would protect her. Before stepping inside, Wade looked at her. You mind letting up a bit? You're squeezing my arm. Oh, sorry, Mira replied nervously. They walked inside together, eyes darting in all directions of the spacious interior. The white paint on the wall was chipped in several places, and the dusty floor had been speckled with creature droppings and smudges of dirt and mud. There was no furniture in sight, just a large empty space. Wade and Mira walked slowly ahead and entered a room that looked like an extension of the living room, only separated by an arched wall. Hello? Wade called out again. Is anyone here? Mira said behind him, voice breaking at the end. They proceeded through the large front area, then entered what looked like the kitchen. There was one row of cabinets still attached to the upper northern section of the wall with a few missing doors. Some doors were slanted due to rusty, broken hinges. There were 3 other sections of the wall where only the imprint of cabinets remained, presenting a theory to the observer that they might have been cleanly extracted at some point by thieves. This place is a mess, Mira uttered, still holding her brother's arm. Yeah. You notice that just about every door around here is missing? Yeah. Let's go upstairs. Wade released Mira's grip. Follow me. No way! You know I'm afraid of heights, Mira whispered loudly. Just hold on to the rail. You'll be fine, Wade replied before heading up the long winding staircase. Feeling that she would rather be with him than downstairs alone in the old creepy house that resembled something from a horror flick, she took a deep breath in and decided to follow him. The ceiling of the house was extremely tall, and as Mira carefully followed Wade up the stairs, she couldn't help but wonder how the owners ever managed to change a light bulb up there whenever necessary. As they climbed the staircase, the wood beneath their feet creaked, and Mira had no idea how she would ever get back down. They made it to the second landing, and refusing at that point to look down over the rail, Mira trailed closely behind Wade, who had entered one of the bedrooms. Wow, this room is huge, Wade remarked, hurrying over to a large window on the western side of the room. He laughed, looking down at the yard. The second floor of this house must be at least 100 feet from the ground. Mira quietly advanced toward the entrance of what looked like the walk-in closet. As she looked in, something immediately caught her eye. The floating image of a black woman was at the far end of the room,